Hello and welcome. I am Lee Berg, and today we have another MMS speaker interview for this year's MMS 2015 conference in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, I'm joined by Trevor Sullivan. Hey, Trevor, it sounds like you're on a little bit of an adventure today. That I'm thankful that you could actually join us still. So why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself very quickly for everyone, and then we'll talk about your sessions this year.
Cool. Thanks for the introduction, Lee. My name is Trevor Sullivan, Microsoft MVP for Windows PowerShell automation. And I also work pretty heavily with the Microsoft Azure public cloud platform, as well as some open source tooling as well. So I live in Fort Collins, Colorado, and today I'm actually out visiting Estes Park, Colorado, which is a nice little mountain town at about 7,500 feet elevation. And but I'm really excited to talk to you about the sessions that I'll be delivering at MMS 2015.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's just jump right in. So I see you have two sessions this year. They both sound really cool. The first session is on Monday, November 9th, and it's called Building Clouds in Azure the PowerShell Way. Could you tell us a little bit about that session? What are we going to see? What should we expect?
Sure. So in the Building Clouds the PowerShell Way, we're going to be talking about actually co-presenting with Alexander Nikolic, who's a PowerShell MVP as well. And Alexander and I are going to be talking about the Microsoft Azure Resource Manager API. We're going to be talking about declarative provisioning of cloud resources using what's called ARM JSON templates, which is very similar to Amazon Web Services Cloud Formation service that allows you, again, to declaratively provision cloud resources rather than running through the provisioning process step by step, which would be called imperative provisioning. So we're really going to kind of focus in on that Azure Resource Manager API, kind of show you how these templates work, and then we're going to use PowerShell to actually deploy these JSON templates into your Azure subscription or account.
Okay. Very, very cool. I can see a lot of people I'm just looking at the Sketch site, and I see a lot of people signing up for it already. And a lot of people have also signed up for your second course. This is PowerShell version 5 classes in depth. Could you tell us a little bit about what we're going to expect in that session?
Sure. So in the Building PowerShell Classes in Depth course, we're going to talk about the new support for the class keyword in PowerShell version 5.0. For IT pros who are kind of new to programming concepts, they'll basically learn the ins and outs of building object-oriented scripts using classes. So it's a very powerful capability. It's brand new to version 5. If people are running Windows 10, they already have this capability out of the box. So I really encourage people to kind of leverage this new capability to make their scripts better.
Awesome. Well, of course, you can go to the speakers. I believe it's labeled the featured speakers section on the MMS website to find those, to find Trevor's sessions, to get signed up for those. And of course, Trevor, you mentioned you have some video series and things like that. How can we find that on the internet? Where do we find you and follow you?
Sure. So I'm on a variety of social media channels. So I'm on Twitter at PCGeek86. You can visit my website at trevorsullivan.net. I've got a menu system there that's got a bunch of helpful links for cloud and PowerShell and a lot of related concepts. You can also find me on GitHub. I've got some open source work that I do there periodically with the community. And you can also find me on YouTube at PCGeek86. And additionally, on MSDN Channel 9, I've actually posted a series of videos, Introduction to PowerShell Desired State Configuration, some Azure Platform Automation using PowerShell, and that's where I've also got the 6-video series course on PowerShell classes. Actually, you can find that 6-video series on classes both on YouTube as well as MSDN Channel 9. So I'm out there on a variety of social media channels, including also Stack Overflow. I'm on there periodically for question and answer stuff, but
Gotcha.
that's kind of the major ones.
All right, so Trevor's easy to find out there if you want a little bit of a preview into what we'll be seeing in the course, or maybe a little more details before you come in. Make sure check out those videos, check out his blog and website. Come to the session with questions, and I'm sure Trevor will be willing and able to help you out. So, hey, Trevor, thanks for taking the time today on your day trip here in Colorado. That's really great, cool location. So, but I think we're all set, and we'll see you in November.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you there, Lee, and the rest of you.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Cheers.